Hey there. It's a beautiful Labor Day weekend, but it's gonna be hotter than heck. So here's a story. Here's my son's 1992 W124 300E with a 3.0 engine. Now last night he came home and he said his car overheated. The temperature went all the way to the red. He noticed it and shut it off. Then I went to go get a hamburger at a hamburger place called In-N-Out here in town. And he said the line was really long, about a 20-minute wait in line, idling. He did not have the air conditioner on. It was probably 7:30 p.m. Probably about, maybe 83 degrees Fahrenheit, somewhere around there. Yeah, so he shut it off. Kind of waited in line, started it, and then got up there and got his stuff and came home. He told me the temperature gauge went back to normal on the way home. So when he got here last night, I looked at it, and there is coolant in the expansion tank this morning. It's about that low. So I don't know what happened. Maybe something happened and it went into the other reservoir in the fender overflow reservoir, something like that. So I haven't started it yet. I'm going to give it the newspaper fan test. Now, last year I replaced the head gasket in it. I had this car about maybe 9 years. When he bought it off eBay, it had a blown head gasket, so I took the head and machine shopped it, and they did the whole thing. New valve guide seals, everything, flattened it. And after about 8 years, it started leaking oil from the head gasket, and it was making a mess on the driveway. So I said, let's just replace the head gasket. So I took the head off again. Brought it to the machine shop. He checked it. He said it's all good. It's flat and everything. So it was just a crummy gasket. I guess some of them were thin. I think it was a Victor Rhines gasket. And so I replaced it with a dealer gasket, which is thicker, supposed to be upgraded, a little thicker. Anyway, so that's been done. The water pump was changed maybe 2 years ago, along with a thermostat. When we got the car 10 years ago, I replaced a whole cooling system, a radiator, all the hoses, all that stuff. So let's see how this thing behaves. I'll try giving it a start. Oh, I left it open all night, whatever. Kind of pigsty anyways. It's a good car. I mean, he loves this car. He sure does have the seat forward. Yeah, much better. And I hope there's gas in it. No, of course. Wow. Started on the first try. It's been having also an issue of where we had to do 2 twists of the key to pump up this pressure in the system, the fuel system, for it to start. He said that problem disappeared yesterday. So I had to replace the fuel accumulator. I don't know if I replaced the fuel pumps, I can't remember, because I had another one of these, a black one. I know I did that one. And some other Mercedes I've had, but this one I don't remember. Which I don't know. Anyway, so it starts first time. So we've got a cold car. That's the fact. I've never tried this. Can't tell which way that fan is spinning. I'm looking to see if the fan blade stops when I put the newspaper on it. Doesn't seem like it's stopping at all. Okay, air pump just shut off. I hate doing this. So it's pretty strong. I think it's supposed to do that. Could review some other videos on YouTube. Now the coolant tank does seem to have a little bit of oil in it, but I think that's just from an old, before I did a head gasket on it. It's got pressure. Pretty dirty in there. Probably need to clean the coolant out again. I know when the first time I did the head gasket, I did drain all the coolant, but I didn't do an acid flush where it gets all the remnant oils that's inside the block. So I think that's that. There's no coolant in oil. Now sometimes these things will, these are coolant lines. Yeah, God, that thing started and scared me. Air pump. So what's in here is coolant lines and some kind of a thermostat device down at the bottom, and it opens up, I think, when it's really cold outside temperatures, and they run this in here. So I don't know. I guess it keeps this from freezing. So you got water for all your squirters for your windshields and headlights. But that's nice and clear. I know on my R129, which has the same setup, that thermostat block down there burst, and it allowed coolant to flow into this tank, and it overflowed, and the SL went into the red zone. I just bypassed it with a fitting from Lowe's. These are two different size hoses. Yeah, this is kind of a weird spot. This one seems to be pretty good. I don't know. I think the W124 had better parts than the R129. Well, R129 is a 91. This is a 92. So I'm just gonna let this thing get up to temperature. Oh, you know what? I wanted to test the cooling fans, because he was sitting in line and maybe the cooling fans weren't coming on. I want to see if they even spin. Sometimes the car has to be heated up. I don't think I've heard those in a while. So yeah, it's a kind of a pigsty in here, but what are they gonna do? Okay, so we're gonna put this on. Okay, we're about 80 Celsius this morning. I sure got up the temperature quickly. I was wondering if the thermostat might have got stuck, but let's see if those fans are going. See, I don't see those fans going on at all at high speed. Nice cool R12. I rebuilt this whole system here. That was fun. Dashboard had to come out. All the vacuum pods replaced. Put some new R12 in it. Gets down to about 35 degrees there. So that's usually about normal. It's about 85 to 90 usually. So we'll see if it goes over 90, I guess. I'm gonna go get my infrared thermometer. Okay. Let's get in the junk drawer here. All we need to do is overheat this thing and blow a head gasket again, you know. Okay, the fans came on. Good sign. So bright out here. About 150. About 168, 165. I hate it when everything works. Hopefully it wasn't hallucinating on me. Okay, let me try. There is a little resistance in the fan. It doesn't spin freely right now. So that fan clutch, I'm kind of figuring out, is the fan clutch bad? Let's see. I mean, if I unzoom it. Yeah, that's good. Belt. Belt is good and tight. Wow, that's hot. Coolant level seems to be good. So from here, I think I'm going to just, what the heck is that? A spider web. Try starting it again. These cars are sometimes, they don't like hot weather. So let's try it again. It's so weird when things like that happen, you know, you go, well, it'd be nice if there was like water on the ground or coolant on the ground when he got home and like, oh, it's the hose, or, you know. But when there's nothing leaking, Now the expansion tank did lose maybe about that much water, probably whatever happened. Maybe it was a stuck thermostat, you know, I mean. Who knows? Anyways, I'm gonna keep playing with this thing. Okay, it's now about 86 outside. It's gonna get hot. I think I'll just drive it around the block. Got the AC on. I remember he did say last night that he thinks a light came on the dash. And I think it was the light for the coolant level. Maybe the sensor in the expansion tank. Kind of weird though that it, you know, I mean, there's a little bit of coolant missing, but not, you know, it's still about halfway full. So drive it up, really heat it up. It's always so much fun. I had a few jobs to do on this car. Let's see, yeah, still the temps are pretty good. Temps are pretty good. Let it run out of gas. How much gas I got in this thing? It's on reserve. The price of gas here is almost $5 a gallon now. Nobody's complaining. They're still driving. I mean, there are more trucks in this town. Big SUVs, gas guzzlers. I don't get it. Luckily, I'm retired. I don't have to drive around all the time. Okay, let's heat this thing up a little bit. And there are Toyota pickup trucks everywhere. Here's one. I mean, they're like, that's the new cool thing in this town, is go out and spend $30,000 to $50,000 on a brand new Toyota pickup truck. Like, come on, save your money. Yeah, they're good trucks and everything, but come on, you know, Toyotas used to be like the cheapest car to get. Now it's like, wow. Anyways, okay, we're still at good temperature here on the gauge. Nice Labor Day weekend. How hot is it? It says 91 on the gauge here. I see it getting a little bit warmer. Okay, let's get the beans. Put the AC on, so the power down a little bit from that. If I can do that, you know, driving around. Usually these problems happen and boom, as soon as you start it, after 5 minutes, things start overheating and you see it. Intermittent cooling problem. Why? What could cause that? I'm thinking maybe a sticky thermostat. coolant sensor is flaking out. Okay, let's put it, we're still in drive. Yeah, it's getting closer to 90. Let's check those cooling fans. Yeah, you can see it's starting to creep up a little bit. Okay, this. I can hear the fans. So bright out here. We got both fans. The main fan's going too. Let's try the newspaper trick again. The temperature's still at. I don't mind it when things break down and they just break down, but when they're like intermittent. Maybe I need a stronger newspaper. It's still good. Oh, come on. $184 per car. Full tanks at about 167. 169 on this windshield washer. Well, at this point, still we haven't reached 190. Let's turn the AC off. Gosh. Anyways, I'm kind of stumped right here. If you got any ideas, let me know. Write it in the comments. All right. I'll keep messing around with it, but maybe I need to go in and out and get a hamburger and replicate what happened. Yeah. Okay, well, this is John. I'm signing out for now. I'll be back if I discover anything. Bye. Have a good day.